That's a great picture.
Oh, snap, indeed. Oh, thank you. I drew it myself.
That's really dope.
You did not.
Buy crypto, suckers!
I like the pyramid. That's good.
That's Bill Cipher.
Hey, you dorks, this is Gunnar Hansen, Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you are listening to The Dorkening.
Hi, I'm Brian Johnson, and although you probably accidentally stumbled across it and have no idea why you're watching it, you are in fact watching The Dorkening.
Hello, this is Tom Kenny, voice actor, the voice of the Ice King on Adventure Time, and SpongeBob SquarePants. Ah, meow. Oh, Gary the Snail, too. Hey, guess what you're filling your eye holes and ear holes with? The Dorkening! Oh, I love the Dorkening. Very popular in Ooh. And Bikini Bottom.
Hi, I'm Lou Ferrigno. You're watching The Dorkening. And you know what? You don't like me when I get angry, so don't get me angry. You better keep watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, this is Felissa Rose, and you're watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, it's Courtney Palm. We're shooting Death House, and you're watching The Dorkening.
This is Anthony Michael Hall, and you're watching The Dorkening. Stay tuned. My friend's going to show you what entertainment's all about, baby.
The Dorkening.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. You're watching The Dorkening. My name's Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard. You know what? Tonight's going to be an awesomely fun show. Curl up, have some hot cocoa, and, have some fun with us. And as always, Steven, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Powerful Brandon.
Hey, what's happening, gang?
Hey, nothing much. Justin Cooper.
Hello, everybody.
About damn time we got you on here.
I know, right?
And we also have a special guest, Richard. I'm going to butcher your last name. Would you like to introduce yourselves and where you're from?
Hi, everybody. I'm Richard Ricardo Abdel Avilas. I go by Richard Rico Avilas. This is my co-host. You can introduce yourself.
You're lazy. You're fucking lazy. What the hell?
I'm
You
not
were
hosting.
on a roll. I thought you was going to say, my name's Eric J. McElroy. I'm a comedian, entrepreneur, and a sex machine. So
We're the hosts and the co-hosts of the Rico podcast. So we're
That
here
too. That too. I forgot.
We're here
Yeah,
to
you did
we're here
that
to
too.
experience the dorkening.
Nice. And yeah, thank you for joining us. We just had
Appreciate
you
it.
on Still Token With. And we have all the information if you want to follow these awesome people in the show notes up above or down below, including Justin and Geek Life as well. Definitely need to push that. Since
I like to add that I'm also a sex machine, but retired.
Okay. Oh, I thought I had some competition.
No.
Okay, I'm good.
Young man's
Happy
game.
Wednesday, Tom. Thank you very much.
This has been a long week, but some awesome stuff. We got the
It's only Wednesday, buddy.
yeah. Well, these days are
We got miles to go, son.
So sad.
well, a lot of stuff happening. So who is Bill Cipher?
Oh my God.
Bill
Love it.
Cipher is essentially the all-around bad from the 2-season animated series Gravity Falls from Disney. Currently on Disney Plus, as well as the Gravity Falls shorts, if you want to watch the series in toto.
It's
Justin-
only 2 seasons?
It's only
Yes.
2 seasons, yeah, and that
Okay.
was the plan from the get-go. Alex Hirsch, the creator, said, "This is what I wanted to do." Justin turned me onto it, and he was just like, "It's a really good cartoon." He didn't say anything past like, "It's just really good. I think you'll like
I
it."
didn't
a
want
lot."
to oversell it.
And that was the right move.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I'm a huge Twin Peaks nerd on top of it, and my wife and I started
Similar.
watching it. Dara and I, put it on, and I was just like, wait a fucking second here. This is a children's show on Disney?
That's Agent Cooper's coffee mug.
Dude, I mean, the restaurant was basically the Black Lodge from Twin Peaks. Like, I was blown away.
Just no Michael Horse, you know.
But
That's an old joke, kids.
It's an excellent cartoon.
Notice how Eric was the only one who laughed. And him.
Thank you.
I feel bad. I'm like, I don't get it.
Powerful Brandon.
Any good Northern exposure jokes we should expect next?
Oh my God.
We'll get
That's
to it.
Janine Turner. She's a real head turner, don't you know?
Yeah.
Listen, if we're gonna start this, I'm fucking pulling out jokes from my set. Then come on now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna search you online.
You
I'm
don't
gonna
want him
pull
to do
jokes
that.
from your
No,
set. Let's
don't
do
encourage
this.
him.
That's
Don't
exactly
encourage
what
him.
I'm gonna do. That
Don't
way,
do it. No,
you can
no.
experience the same disappointment the audience experience on a daily basis. You know.
Oh, dude, I mean, you act like the things I say doesn't disappoint like my wife on a daily basis. I'm right there with you, man.
You know,
Like,
I should be used to that. My parents are always disappointed in me, but
yeah,
expectations, I guess.
You got to
I was
set that
raised-
bar
I
low.
was
That way
raised
you never have to
Catholic.
achieve.
game
Well,
over,
it's
man.
a little different with the audience. I mean, because the audience walks out on him. His wife hasn't. So
Yeah, when the audience walks out on you, it's all over.
yeah. So
Well, so the reason why we brought up Bill Cipher is I guess he was on Simpsons this weekend.
He had a guest appearance on it. I actually did not watch the episode of The Simpsons. I just know they started hallucinating for some reason, and Loki, not MCU Loki, just like Loki from mythology, appeared to them and said, "I've taken many forms," and then it shows like a table full of like mischievous or / evil characters from different things over time, and right there at the table is Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls, and sure enough, he is voiced by Alex Hurst, the creator and original voice actor for the character in Gravity Falls. And he just looks up, he goes, "Buy crypto, suckers!" And that's where the clip stops. I was like, well, I need to tell Justin about this right now.
I was so glad you did. Did you see as well that the part that Johnny Cash played, from
fox?
from those Guatemalan insanity peppers, the coyote was there.
Woof woof, damn straight.
So who here buys crypto?
I
do. I do.
I'm actually doing much. I didn't buy a lot. I'm like, like
define a lot.
I'm like the action figure.
I bought like $50 in Bitcoin like so long ago. I don't remember when I bought it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna shut up now.
And it's considerably high. Like I did not check it for a while, and I was like,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna let that ride. It's money I forgot about anyway, so it's just like house money at this point.
Yeah. It's like, all right, let's gamble with this.
I bought some Shiba Inu the other day.
Oh, nice.
And once again, I'm just like nickel and diming it. I'm just like, this is funsies for me. Like,
no, I'm buying. I got some stocks. I'm buying. I fuck with iHeart too. I fuck with the iHeart Radio stock. Sony, since they had the acquisition of Funimation. No, not Funimation, right? Because they already own Funimation. Crunchyroll. So now they're gonna own all the anime except I think Shonen, basically. But everything else they're gonna own. So
that's gonna be huge, man. I saw that they are just releasing 2 episodes of Demon Slayer this week. Yeah. So any other anime heads out there, it's like this is huge.
Yeah, but that's the thing is in my opinion, and I'm glad we talked about this because I predicted a few things a while back because. What did I call? I think I called out Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I called out a couple of them because it was it's the only move Netflix has. If you really think about it, right? Money wise, I would put my money on Sony because now Netflix, what they're gonna have to do, in my opinion, is they're either gonna have to make their own anime, like they took Baki, obviously, because they bought Baki from the guy. Or they're gonna have to do movies about video games. Which, dude, I don't know about y'all, but who would love to see a Diablo movie on Netflix or a Diablo series by the people who did the Castlevania? Bro, Dead Space is
Rico's coming in hot.
Oh, bro,
Diablo,
bro. When I get on a roll, bro, you talk to me about anime and about money, we're gonna be talking about a while. I'm telling you right now, Dead Space is coming back, right? What better time for Netflix to walk up to EA and be like, listen, we can make this better.
Better than the animated film that came out.
Give me 5 episodes. Give me 5 episodes of the game to promote the game. Because, dude, I love Dead Space. I played Dead Space in Iraq a ton. Not even a ton because we were on missions. But, dude, when I had downtime, I was like,
okay. I like how you downplay that real quick. We played it so much when I was overseas. I mean, not that much because we were doing military stuff.
Well, because the thing is because here's the thing. I went down for 15 months, and dude, if we weren't running missions or cleaning rifles or training, or doing maintenance on the vehicles too.
Being a soldier?
Being a fucking soldier. Yeah, how dare me? Oh, dude, you have no idea.
If we weren't busy being
soldiers complain about being soldiers every single time.
My only point of reference is stripes.
Let soldiers complain about being soldiers. I mean, the old adage, that I've heard, I believe is absolutely true. No one prays for peace more than the soldier who is away from home.
Yeah, bro.
Dude,
you know what I used? You know what I did when I got back? You know what I did when I got back? We hired 10 strippers, did an improvised slip and slide on the 3rd floor of the barracks. That's our apartments. And then we figured out that they were sliding and they would hit the door. So I was like, okay, we have to do something. So we went and bought a bunch of pillows, and then we had a slip and slide with a bunch of strippers in the 3rd floor of the barracks. That is the army when you are not at war.
I love it.
Okay,
that's ingenuity.
That is the army, bro. Yeah, hell yeah. There's a floor for everything. There's a floor where everybody's fucking. There's a floor where people watching anime and cooking. That was my floor. We're watching anime, we're playing video games, and we're cooking. And there may be a stripper or two walking around just for some eye candy. So, dude, yeah, legit story, man. Eric, you did 50. You did, you're 50. I'm sorry, you did 20 in the Navy, and Eric's seen like the whole fucking world.
Yeah, literally. I actually been around the whole world.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So you guys like anime?
I hope so, because you were getting started up. You were getting wound up.
All right,
so.
some of us more than others. Who doesn't like anime?
I'm hit or miss on it.
Okay,
I've not seen a lot.
Okay, what hasn't sold you on it?
Most of it.
One Piece. Bleh. Oh
no,
okay.
I mean I love Trigun.
Okay.
Yes, dude.
I grew up watching some movies that were lent to me by my friend who lived up the street. He was like 6
so
years
you're in your
older
30s then.
Yes, I'm in my 30s. I'm almost 40. But yes.
Well, we can't have a conversation about Golgo 13 and Fist of the North Star without aging ourselves.
That's the thing.
No.
I saw Fist of the North
Normally,
Star,
by the
I saw
anime,
Akira, I saw Vampire Hunter D.
By the anime, you know who it is. Like I grew up watching Samurai X and Knights of the Zodiac in Spanish.
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, I grew up watching that. So those are 80s anime. So it's like, oh, I know what kind of nerd.
I grew up watching Superbook on Sundays.
Oh,
yeah, one
that's
person.
A blast.
That's an anime. It's an anime about like Jesus
reaction.
and stuff.
Wow,
That's a robot.
That's a historical anime. I think.
It is.
It's a pretty.
It's
impactful.
not great. It's like Davey and Goliath.
Cowboy Bebop. Anybody fuck with Cowboy Bebop?
Yes, absolutely.
Everyone who hears me say I love Trigun says like, "Oh, you got to check out Cowboy Bebop." Then
You probably have.
It's better than Trigun.
Okay, and that's what everyone says.
Yeah.
And
well, here's the thing:
the friends that I had that really pushed it. Once I was like, "Oh, I watched Trigun on my own." You know what I mean? Like I saw it, I liked it, and I kept on with it until I got to the end. And then they started like really harping on like, "You got to watch this. You got to watch this. You got to watch this." And
well, you know why, right?
It wasn't fun for me. It was a chore to get them to shut the fuck up, so I didn't enjoy it. And I have said numerous times over the past like 6 months to my wife, I'm like, you know, like I gotta check out Cowboy Bebop. Like I have it saved on my list.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's right there. I just never have the time to just sit down and watch stuff. Like constantly, I'm in conversations with these cats, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's on my list. It's on my list.
The thing like Cowboy.
But nothing ever gets taken off of it. It just gets added to.
Dude, yeah, that's the horrible thing of being an anime nerd. I think what I love about Cowboy Bebop is the fact that they tackle like a lot of like new like kind of like a lot of like social issues PTSD. And like the perspective of like PTSD, alcoholism, prostitution,
gambling addictions,
human trafficking,
abandonment with Ed,
abandonment. Yep. And then love for animals because they always protect the dog and whatnot.
Nice.
And yeah, man. But it's like that's what people don't get about anime. Like anime tackles social issues in a way that they can. Like you ever seen Hunter x Hunter?
No, but I've heard of it.
Bro. Okay. Fuck me. Have you seen Naruto?
Okay, like. Think of all the things that you want to ask me about right now.
All right.
No.
Okay. So you've seen Fist of the North Star, like, well, man, like the thing.
Okay, like let me put it this way: the most recent thing I've watched, and I don't even remember how long ago it came out. All right, and this is just in the past couple of years. I watched like 3/4 of the season / series of Dead Man Wonderland.
That manga was amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
manga was amazing. The manga.
It was really cool what I saw of it. I just never finished the last like handful of episodes, but like it was fucked up.
So I know what you like then. Okay, yeah, dude. No, it's dude. I don't know, man. I like shows that tackle social issues like Avatar.
Well,
everybody hated on Avatar.
Avatar was great.
That kind of tackled social issues too, because it really was speaking to like prison systems and what have you. Like,
well, it wasn't only that. You know what was the main point?
Also the sensationalism of like all this violence and apathy.
Yep, and social inequality.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, I'm there. I got it.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I picked
beautiful.
up on the subtleties of it. I wasn't just like, ha ha ha, blood and guts.
But most people don't. Like most people look at a show like like Adventure Time. I love Adventure Time because it was like goofy. Man. And then like when I started seeing what it was turning into, I'm like, oh, it's not turning into. It's been that from the beginning. I just didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like that show was trippy.
Like I started this off by mentioning what I am really into, like Twin Peaks, and like mentioning that before the show. Well, that's the same thing with that show. Like if you like peeling things back and looking for layers and the actual meanings behind stuff, like it's all right there. And so I love that shit. I live for it. So I'm definitely one of those people. I just I haven't seen a lot of anime. That's really what it boils down to.
It'll come to you, man.
Everybody has gaps in their geekdom. You know what I mean?
Oh
like,
yeah.
You're
like
a
Star
huge
Trek
dork
for
from
me.
one thing. Yeah. You don't know a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I didn't
We'll
grow
catch up
with it. I didn't well, the thing is I didn't grow up with it, and like growing up like in Puerto Rico, like I didn't really watch that stuff, you know? Like it was more like for me it was more like comedy stuff and like Samurai X, Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon.
Lord of the Rings?
No, not my thing,
wow.
man. I've read them. Yeah, I've read them, don't get me wrong. But it's not it's
God
just
bless
not,
you.
Really? Dude, no, I read a lot.
I've read The Hobbit.
Okay.
And I love The Hobbit. I have tried reading the actual trilogy proper numerous times, and J.R.R. Tolkien is such a fucking teabag. I can't do it. Like it's too much. It's like as they left the Shire, they passed a tree that was 9,000 years old.
Well,
it contained 24,972 leaves.
I can actually explain
look at
why.
and describe each and every one of them in greatest detail. As they make
And I'm like, I'm over here like,
only home they've ever known. I'm like, JRR, bro. You can literally just say, yo, they got on a cart, said deuces, and peaced out. Like,
after reading your C.S. Lewis books, then
it would have been much shorter if he would have done it.
1/10 the amount of time / words.
That's how I know who's read Don Quixote and who hasn't read Don Quixote as a kid. I had to, that's what I had to read as a kid, bro. In school in Puerto Rico, it's like, all right, we're gonna read Don Quixote, and I'm like, the fuck am I reading? It's
actually,
1,300 pages. The fuck, this dude is sick. Why do I have to read this novel?
All right, children, we're going to read an overly long book about a man who has dementia.
Yeah, like what?
No, you're actually very lucky because I had to read The Scarlet Letter.
I also read that.
Oh my god!
We had that in Johnny Tremaine.
No, we had to read the whole thing, and then I was just so happy that they established a suicide hotline because I was like, whoa.
We had the complete works of Shakespeare.
He talked me down. This is horrible. It was horrible.
You had to do the complete works of Shakespeare, Steve?
Yeah. And then we all had to
Shakespeare's a little bit different than the Scarlet Letter. That's
like, oh, wow. Henry the Third. Wow.
The book was like this.
Yeah, the complete works. That's bonkers.
I can sum up the Scarlet Letter for any of you who haven't read it.
Oh, spoilers if you're not in. If you don't know, gang.
There's gonna be one person that emails you saying, "Fuck that guy! He ruined it. I was halfway through the fucking book."
We have a comment from Hester Prin.
Yeah. Hold on, Brandon. Brandon got to do his thing.
How you doing, Sammy? There we go.
I was gonna say, if you wanted to get out of reading for school, I went to tech school. We only read like one book my whole 4 years of school. And it was the Odyssey because
it took the entirety of high school.
Is that the schools where you leave with like some sort of certificate and whatnot?
Oh yeah.
That's what I went through. That's what I went through. It was we call them comercio, like business schools. Mm-hmm. You get taught like how to do business, and since I spoke 2 languages and stuff like that, I was part of FBLA and whatnot.
Oh, nice.
And dude, like nobody fucked with me. Like everybody was so nice.
You're
like,
I was
business. A big nerd. Yeah, like it was just.
He wore a suit and tie to school.
Yeah, I hated wearing that.
I bet it was a skinny tie.
It was a skinny tie
because the 80s came back when you were in high school. That's how cool you were.
In Puerto Rico, no, we were in the 60s.
Okay.
So everybody was doing cocaine and dancing. So
nice. A lot of free love going around.
The 60s and the 80s are
wait, you're
interchangeable there.
You're describing the cast of Fame. Yeah.
Music would play and the colors would get a rise, and we'd all dance until we'd pass out. No, fuck no, that is not what was happening.
Aquarius.
It did if you were in San Juan on the weekend.
Oh, okay.
And then you hear something like ding, 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 ding. Look, he spit his fucking coffee.
That's my air horn.
That's a trumpet.
We didn't have any business. We had hotel management was the only thing that was like business related.
But otherwise, it was like trades.
It was like I took electronics. There was culinary arts, welding. Welding was a big one because we're right next to the
data entry. That's what I did.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was just thinking welding, you work with fire. I mean, that's cool.
Oh yeah. Well, we're right next to
Marine base.
The Navy base,
yeah.
right? Sub base.
Yeah, the Navy base, but also where they build the subs. What the hell is it?
Shipyard.
Electric boat.
Electric boat. Yeah, yeah. So a lot of people, went directly from tech right to electric boat for, welding was huge for that.
Welding is huge, bro. That's a good thing. That's a good skill to have, though.
That makes sense.
Oh, definitely a really good skill.
Where me and Leo reside, it's called electric boat, but in the United States, it's called General Dynamics.
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh, General Dynamics.
Hey, I'm from there too, Steve. So I just moved away. I got lucky. So.
Where are you guys from? We're in Missouri. Where are you guys at?
I'm in Illinois.
I'm from the black void you see behind me. This is where I live.
I live in the black void.
In the black void.
I am in Massachusetts.
Oh, nice. I lived in Massachusetts for a little while.
Boston. Me too.
Yeah, in Boston.
My whole life.
Boston. My whole.
I'm originally from Charlestown. I worked very hard to not sound like I'm originally from Charlestown.
That's all right. I was going to say, where's the accent?
Oh my!
You sound nothing like. You sound nothing like the guys in Good Will Hunting.
That is correct, because
he does jerk off into a catcher's mitt.
When I get really tired or drunk or very excitable, then I start to sound like the guys from Good Will Hunting.
Okay.
Either Good Will Hunting or the town. Like, you get that through your head.
You get that to your head.
But
my rear view.
My mom's whole side of the family still lives in JP in Jamaica Plain, and a bunch of my cousins and stuff all live in Southie.
I remember we had a bust in Jamaica Plains one time in 2015. Like a huge bust, a ton of drugs and stuff like that, dude.
That sounds right for JP.
Yeah, Jamaica Plains. I was told like don't go to Jamaica Plains. So I moved to East Boston, and I was like, okay, like I feel okay here.
Yeah, it's maybe a slight lateral move, but yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, I lived in Porter Street, where like it was like right under me there was this like amazing Italian place. D'Amelio's, I think it was called, or something like that.
The mob place, yeah.
The mob.
Oh, from The Departed.
Bro, no. Oh my god. No, it was like D'Amelio's or something like that. And like, dude, I remember like it was like I was right above them, and like I always remember like I'd sit in the back, watch anime and smoke a cigar, and then they'd start like cooking, and I'd just like be like, yo, bro. I drop like a little bucket, put some money in it. Oh, bro, fuck! I don't want to walk downstairs. I'm trying to watch fucking an episode. Oh, bro, and dude, they were so nice because I tip them. I always tip them like $10, and like I just bring the food up, and like that was it. I'll tell you what, that's the first time I ever saw so much snow. I got stuck there. In,
oh wow, yeah,
dude. Well, I never seen snow until I came to the States.
Yeah, well, fucking welcome to New England, dude. You really hit it there,
bro. Yeah. I went from Puerto Rico to Missouri.
Ooh.
On January 8th of 2008, bro. I literally got out of the bus and I was in shorts and I started shitting myself. I've never felt cold like that. And I'm on the floor doing push-ups.
Cold, Rico.
Bro, I'm doing push-ups and I'm like knocking because I was in shape. It's like fuck around and find out. And my hands are getting blue and I'm like, man, my hands feel numb. And the drill sergeant's like, where the fuck are you from? This is when they could cuss. And I'm like, I'm from Puerto Rico. He goes, oh. Go over there and get dressed. It's like, what? Go get a uniform. You first. And I I was like, damn. Bro, it was rough.
Hey, that was cool, though.
Yeah, dude. In Boston, I never knew snow could pack 7 feet. I think we had 7 feet of snow that winter.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was I remember that
2014. 2014, yeah. The snow.
The power outage.
Yeah, dude. I was in my apartment when that happened on the third floor. And, like, I never seen snow like that. I was like, I was stuck home for, like, 2 days.
Yeah, I mean,
it was nuts.
But you never ran out of garlic.
Dude, I didn't run out of alcohol.
Rough hit, man.
Just lower that bucket.
Go up 7 feet, no power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, but it was pretty cool, man. It was pretty cool. We
sorry about that. On behalf of New England, I apologize. We truly proved that Mother Nature is bipolar.
Yeah, dude, but the thing is, I grew up in Puerto Rico, so like I survived George and all that stuff. Like I was there when George happened. Like I remember when that happened. It's like it gets really beautiful. The sky gets really beautiful before a hurricane hits, kind of like an anime. And then just like an anime, something's gonna come out and fuck your world up.
I legit thought he was gonna start singing a song from Hamilton right there.
Oh God, no! I was about to play Oh my god! I was about to play an audio, but I didn't grab my phone. And it's like, you kind of smell like a baka, Eren Jaeger. I was about to start playing that. I was like, nah, I'm too late. Too late. Steve is like, what is he talking about?
I would have went with Calypso.
Yeah. With Calypso, you would go with fucking Calypso.
You would.
You would play Copacabana too.
Yeah.
Eric would
How
start
indignant you got right away on that. Like, yeah, you fucking would.
That should tell you right there. He served in the Navy. That should tell you everything you need to know right there. He would play the Copacabana.
Hey, the islands were nice to me.
Damn straight.
I can imagine. I saw Captain Ron.
See, there you go.
Were you ever stationed in Groton?
And which one?
Groton,
Connecticut.
Groton?
Yeah.
Oh, Connecticut.
Connecticut?
Connecticut.
No.
No, you weren't. You were in Virginia.
No, I was in Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia.
Yeah.
No. I went to good places, Leo. That's
Granted, you're not wrong at all.
That's like wanting to go to Puerto Rico. I'm sorry. That's
it is actually.
Analogy.
If you're
actually, we went up to. We left Virginia and we went up, and we thought we were going to England. They decided we go to Iceland instead. I was like,
remember this.
oh.
Oh, so there was a spelling
Who's in
mistake
charge
on
up
these
there?
papers. Got
Did
it.
you guys get lost and just say we're heading for England?
Fuck
Bro,
it,
the
Iceland's close enough.
the army is like an anime series, bro.
Yeah,
like
it
the
was
whole
hard.
army, the whole military is like one anime series. It's like who's fucking who. There's lessons to be learned. We're fighting each other. Like you fight your homies, and then you're like anime. It's like Goku versus Vegeta. Like it's the military is one big fucking anime show, bro. Like,
I can only think
right
of
now.
one thing worse than going to Iceland instead of going to England.
What's
Being
that?
unemployed in Greenland.
Oh, Jesus.
Dude, I remember we stopped in
Have jobs
Germany
in
one time.
Yeah, no, there's nothing there.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's fucking there.
So anyway,
Yeah.
we talked a lot about cartoons and such. Anybody check out the What If finale that was on
Yes.
today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, that was so good.
Oh, the
Well, like
last
6 behind, but I heard it was great.
No.
This week, today's episode.
No, I have not seen it.
All right.
No.
Well, this will
But
be
I'm okay if you spoil it. I'm cool.
Okay, that'd be fun
Let's
to
do it.
navigate this combo.
Yeah.
So the episode was what if the Watcher broke his oath? I
Yes.
think.
Yeah.
The Watcher broke. Yeah, when he assembles like the Avengers, I guess, right?
The Guardians of the Multiverse. Which
It's happened like 3 times
Yeah,
already.
it's happened. Yeah, that's like it's happened. That's why I always hate when people go, "I don't want to spoil it for you." I'm like, "Bitch, it was spoiled 30 years ago."
Yeah,
What are
remember
you
the
talking
Dark
about?
Phoenix saga?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
I know
this
I'm a
was
super
written-
nerd, but I'm just saying it happened.
yeah, this was
Yeah.
written 30 years ago, bro.
Actually, I can tell you what happens in the sequel.
yeah, you're that old.
Oh, the sequel to the Dark.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can
Jesus. Yeah, I forgot.
but
were
can
a
you tell me
man
who
nerd.
wrote it?
Fuck no, we ain't that.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
I can't either. I
bro.
was just testing.
I gotta remember how to murder people and stuff like that. I'm sorry. I gotta remember other things in my life. I'm kidding.
Good stuff. Nice
Uh,
slip.
Apparently, we were one episode shy this season, and they said they're going to save it for next season.
Yeah.
Oh,
That show is so great, though.
That
Isn't
means
it?
they gave up. They're like, I want to go home. Let's fuck this.
I mean, probably, dude.
One episode, like we're saving for the next season. Yeah, let's go.
Well, they draw. All that is bad on your hands. There's anime writers that they have like rheumatoid and stuff.
Yeah, but
You
they
know what
also
I'm
have
saying?
edibles.
Well, but not in Japan. No, not in Japan, right?
They don't have that in Japan.
Not in Japan.
No, I don't think you. Because
With
when I
all
was
the
in Japan-
crazy shit that happens and they have in Japan.
I've
that's
seen
the
the
one
game
thing
shows.
they
in
fucking
hentai
know.
is something completely different. Okay, good sir. Do not
I'll
say
say,
the good
no.
name of hentai.
I mean, I wasn't bringing up hentai. You did.
Oh wait, he forgot to mention you
Heard
need to
this
see
thing from my
Legend of the
mind, but
Overfiend.
if we're gonna talk Yoroso Doji, let's fucking do it. Right?
He did.
Bro, I'll tell you this thing. We had oh my god, I know who they should have as a guest.
Who?
You guys know who Cosplay Deviants is?
Oh yeah,
I've heard of them.
You've heard of him?
Heard of them.
Yeah.
I'm friends with Gemini Deviant.
Really?
Yeah, bro. We had her on the podcast, and Eric, fucking Eric, it's like, all right, so what's your favorite tentacle dildo?
Judas Priest.
Spoiler
Bro,
alert.
she was like,
No, spoiler
"Can I
alert.
get
She
a
has
shout
one.
out?"
Yeah.
So you just like to ease into the conversation.
Oh, bro,
Oh,
I was
me?
so
The answer was
nervous.
purple, right? I mean,
I was so no. She like gave
Oh.
a shout out, bro. She's so cool.
Oh,
They were
yeah.
talking about dub this hentai and whatnot. Like you gotta. She's dude. No, she's like I love Gemini Deviant. Shout out to her. She's super nice. She's like a real sweetheart, man. She's done some stuff for like our t-shirt company, and she's amazing.
And she's done some other stuff.
Okay, cool beans. So there were some tentacles that showed up in this episode of What If.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we're talking about that. I forgot.
Yeah. What's his name?
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange, and what the hell they call him? Vision, Ultron Vision.
Vision.
He went all giant on everyone. Full on. Not kaiju, I guess. But
Pin.
Well, it
was kaiju, like, he just went huge robot, and then Doctor Strange fucking called forth the Kraken, essentially, and the big tentacle thing that he absorbed a couple episodes back just completely came out and grew to the same size, and just grew to the same size as Vision, and just went at him and shit. It was pretty cool.
He even had dragons out at some point as well.
Yeah, he had some dragons.
Thor's reaction was perfect. He's like, "You've had those the whole time."
The episode was a lot of fun, and it's nice how they tied everything together, even though we talked previously about What If is supposed to be like left open-ended, but if it's going to be an ongoing series, it's nice to have everything like tied in a little ribbon.
Yeah. I think it opens up the multiverse a lot too, man.
Yeah, I'm just curious if they're going to do the one, because they did do a what if instead of Superman falling into the cancer backyard, he fell into Gotham.
That's DC. We're talking about.
Brandon.
There's still a what if.
That is
still
DC.
a what if.
And the name of the book that you're talking about, it's an Elseworld. It's called Superman Speeding Bullets.
Yep.
Exactly.
We're covering that what?
We're
getting ready to go there.
Covering that
very
soon.
I'm just saying, it's still a
on
what
an
if.
episode of Comics Paradox, the podcast that Justin, Leo, and I do about alternate reality comic books. We cover what ifs in Elseworld, so all the DC stuff, all the Marvel
Is it out
stuff.
yet? Like, is our show out yet?
Not yet.
No, we've amassed a fucking library. At this
We have,
point.
yeah.
We're just gonna flood the market.
Yeah,
the streets are just gonna be
Dude, those podcasts are so good.
Anyway,
Like,
I'm
those
curious if they're
podcasts
going to do
are
a
so
cartoon
good.
about it, because I liked it. So
they absolutely should. You're
I
100%
have a feeling
right.
that we're gonna see Elseworlds for DC animation.
DC kills on their movies, though, right? Like animated movies.
They've already tested the waters. They did Red Sun, and it did very well. And then they just played around with Justice Society World War II, where they did like a little bit of an alternate reality thing there.
Yeah, that was really good.
They've done well, and people are accepting that they're doing these spins on characters. I think it's a matter of time before we see, a shift of the wind one night.
Do you think that
from landing in Smallville, Kansas, to just outside the city limits of Gotham? And then he's found by Thomas and Martha.
I want to see Flashpoint. No, I want to see it. They're filming it.
Okay. See, the thing is, the movie, The Flash, it's not necessarily Flashpoint, and it's not going to be the comic book by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, yeah, of course, we
have that anyway.
That doesn't even bother me anymore, to be honest with you.
I think it's really cool. I like that they're bringing in like Sasha Kaye as Supergirl. I'm like hoping against hope. This is my own thing. Like, I can't speak to any rumors or anything. It's just like, this is a Brandon Powersism right here. I really hope that if they're gonna have Michael Keaton's Batman '89 world even briefly, and then he ends up going on this trek with Barry Allen through the multiverse or what have you, that it just for a moment we get to see Nicolas Cage as Superman in that world. But also, like, and I know this sounds fucking bonkers, but like, especially considering the 90s, like, I want to see
Oh my god,
I want to see Salma Hayek as Lois Lane.
Oh my god, he didn't.
I want to see Salma Hayek as anything.
Because
oh my god.
the thing is the talk is
she's
that
50.
Sasha
What the
Kaye
fuck
is
is
supposed
happening
as
here?
Supergirl is supposed to be like Superman's daughter, and like, I love if she's from that reality that her parents would be Nicolas Cage and Salma Hayek as Superman and Lois Lane.
I mean, that's not.
That
I mean,
makes
it's not out of the impossible.
It's
guess.
not. That's the thing. Like,
we've
you
seen weirder
probably
things.
do that without any real issue. Release the Snyder Cut and what is it? Not release the Snyderverse. Is it? Is it release the Snyder? What is it? Restore the Snyderverse. Fuck all that noise. Restore the Spider-Verse. Let me see that.
Nicolas Cage was in Spider-Verse. Yes.
He was.
Yeah.
He
Spider-Man
was.
Noir. Yeah.
I know. I can't believe
I'm
that.
Spider-Man.
So Michael Keaton actually did a interview last night.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Michael Keaton did an interview last night on one of the late night shows.
Jimmy Kimmel, he loves going on that show.
Hold on.
He was asked,
I'm like,
he was asked if he still fit in a suit. And
He's stayed in good shape over the years.
Yeah, he said it's the same dimensions. He said he was able to get back into the same suit.
Oh. You guys see him in Desperate Measures?
Oh man,
he broke his own thumb.
Like, yeah, I know he's in Morpheus.
Fucking swallowed.
He is in Morpheus. Yeah, he's in Morpheus. Whatever happened to Morpheus?
It's not going to be a good movie, so they're pushing it back. I'm not even kidding. Like, that's 100% candid. It's going to suck.
Leto, give fucking what's his name a chance, man.
Nah.
Poor dude.
Look, he was
after 30 seconds to Mars, he was like, I can do anything. Like, hold on. Calm down. Like, let's slow down.
I feel like you think too many things about anything there. No.
Who, me?
No, not you, Leto.
Leto. I have some notes on this vampire. Can he not be a vampire? No, Jared, that's the movie. He's doing this.
But what if he didn't suck blood? Still, that's a vampire. All right, but can he go in the sunlight?
No.
Once again,
very pale.
Vampire.
Vampire.
Listen, as long as they're not glowing.
Character called Blade that does that.
Yeah, exactly. He's a daywalker.
Yeah.
But we could have two. We could have two.
No. Why do we have to have more? Why do people? No. I want one. You know, the only thing I need to see more is more Spider-Man. That's it. It's the only thing I'm okay with.
Well, did you hear about? Well, we have it on our list. Venom 2.
I saw it.
You saw it?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to see it tomorrow. Was it good?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I heard about the ending.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I care about is what I heard about the end sequence.
What did you hear? Yeah. What did you hear?
I saw it.
You saw it? Okay. So you know.
I know, yeah.
So you know. Yeah, you know what's up.
Like, ooh,
you know.
So many people at Sony just creamed their jeans. They're like, it worked.
Dude. When I saw that, I was like, jeez.
I'm going to take a wild guess here that another character in a possibly red and blue suit might show up.
Nope.
No.
Well, do you mind if we spoil it?
I don't mind. You guys have listeners. So. This isn't my show, guys. This is your show.
Eddie's in bed and he's talking with the symbiote, and the symbiote's like doing its whole like Dr. Claw thing back and forth with him. It's like,
Eddie, I know so much. Million years of symbiote knowledge. Would you like to see?
And Eddie's like, yeah, sure, lay it on me.
Whatever.
Seriously, I don't care, do it. And all of a sudden, like, everything starts shifting and the light changes and the room shakes and reality kind of shifts and changes around them. And he's like, what the hell? What the hell's going on? And the symbiote's like,
I didn't do this. This isn't me.
And then they're like, what the fuck what the hell just happened? And he's looking at the TV, and all of a sudden the symbiote, like,
Spider-Man's the medicine here.
It's J. Jonah Jameson doing his dailybugle.net thing on the TV. I tell you that Spider-Man, he's nothing but a menace. He's going to destroy society as we know it. And then the symbiote's like,
creaming his pants.
And it shows a picture of Spider-Man, and then the symbiote licks the television screen.
Yep.
And then it cuts to somebody walking into the room, and it turns out that they're like on some like island in a hotel room, and the guy's like, what the hell are you doing in here? And it's Eddie collapsed all in his sweaty clothes and shit at the foot of the bed, like, huh? What?
I'm trying to figure out my accent.
And that's how it ends.
It's like,
it basically ends with him in the MCU.
So I was thinking about this, and this is probably how they're going to bring in others in Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh yeah,
No Way Home.
already. Yeah,
I mean, we know they're bringing everybody in, but essentially just like a poof into the universe, you know?
Yeah,
that works.
Yeah,
that would also
Molecule Man did it. Done.
Well,
Dr. Doom.
I'm sure it's not just like a poof into the universe, but more along the lines of like what we saw at the very end of Venom: Let There Be Carnage. Is what happens in Spider-Man No Way Home. He gets pulled through the same way that all of those other characters do. But he was in a much more like subtle and laid back way because he wasn't actively going after anyone. He's not like actually a Spider-Man villain at this point. I mean, you think about it.
All I'm saying is
Doctor Strange should have known better.
No, that's not Doctor Strange, bro. All I'm saying is that Strange. if all 3 Spider-Men, okay, this is all I want to put this out in the fucking universe.
What about the Spider-Woman?
Hold on, shut the fuck up. If all 3 Spider-Men are in the same room, they have to recreate this.
They're going to.
Yes.
If they don't, if I go to the movie and I don't fucking see that, let me tell you, Disney, I will fucking riot.
Okay, let me put this out there. If you go to the movie theater and that doesn't happen, you are going to sit there and watch the rest of that fucking movie and not say a word
and hope that it happens at
trying
the
to
end.
figure out how you're gonna hide your erection when you walk out of the movie theater. All right, don't you fucking bullshit me, pal.
That has happened. It's very weird. My wife doesn't get it. It's just there's things that happens.
That's why he keeps the popcorn container and jelly
Something's wrong. My penis. It's
my
so
power
cold.
level is growing. I talk to my penis the same way that
cold. You
Dude,
fucking
no, I'm telling
asshole.
you.
Zip up your fly. Oh.
I talk to my penis the same way that Goku and Vegeta talk to each other. Straight up.
My penis only reads X-Men comics.
Does it turn into a Super Saiyan?
It does.
Crap!
He yells at me. He's like, Richard, let's fight. We have fights, we have fights and whatnot, So
your hand moves so quickly you can't see it.
Oh, you can't see it. You don't even know. Sometimes I go Ultra Instinct, and
It's a really good thing we have that 18+ disclaimer at the front.
Yeah, that's it. Wise move. Yeah.
Who the fuck is this Rico guy?
See, Rico, what happens, and I've alluded to this before, when I absorb another android, I'm actually going to turn into powerful Brandon. So,
I mean, there's worse things. I don't know how tall you are, but I hope you enjoy being 5'7". Because
hey, you're the
what the fuck you trying to say about people who are 5'7"? I'm 5'7", damn it.
Okay. You know what really sucks? Trying to reach something at the top shelf at the fucking grocery store.
That's why I do jujitsu, man.
Oh, no kidding.
Are you fucking doing parkour down the cereal aisle?
Yes, he does. He does.
I'm a purple belt, bro.
Hey, dude, I'm a blue
purple
belt.
belt. Use it like Indiana Jones whip.
I'm a purple belt in jujitsu. Like most people don't know that. Because you can't see my ears.
Being that height though, I want to go to like one of those like dwarf communities where that everything is like built to scale and just get shit faced and just climb the wall.
It'd just be a giant.
I'm in the roof.
Go kaiju on them.
That's like one of those prevalent myths.
Oh
everywhere.
my god! Look at that man. I think he has size. Oh my god, those are 30-length pants!
Oh my god.
Everybody grew up with that myth too. It's like, oh, there's a midget colony behind Kmart. And everybody has one. You didn't have that? We definitely didn't.
No, we did not have that in Puerto Rico.
You are painting a very broad brush there because I did not have that.
The only thing that would make that better if they were Asian midgets and they went Katsawa.
Oh my god.
Well, you guys mentioned Android.
Better or different?
Android? What were you saying, Leo? Android.
No, I was going to say, speaking of Android, did you see the leaked video of Mark Zuckerberg?
No, what
I did
happened
not
with
see
the video?
Is that the Dennis Nedry meme?
No. He's I guess being picked up. His driver's there, and he's like acting really awkward. He doesn't want to touch the door. And the guy has to come around and open the door for him, but it's just the way he acts. It's like it's like he's part broken or something. It's just
he doesn't want to break his Facebook again. It's like last time I touched something.
Reminds me of Grandma's Boy.
It was down for 6 hours. I am not going to tell.
I love Grandma's Boy. I love that.
I love you.
I love you.
Hold on one second. So the Facebook outage. Did you hear? The reason why it was down for so long?
No, why?
You couldn't delete your account, right?
No.
It had something to do with his backbone?
The systems were down so hard that the techs couldn't even get into the building because their badges didn't work on the doors.
Sounds like a hack.
Yeah.
Cyber attack.
Well, I just thought it was odd. It happened the exact same time as somebody's giving
In Soviet Russia, Facebook logs on to you.
I thought it was going to be down until I accepted those Farmville requests from like 10 years ago.
Please accept Farmville requests.
That's why people kept poking you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm like, I'm just backlogged with all these pokes.
Hello, it is me, your old friend, Michael Jacobs. Please accept the request.
I just
Hello,
really,
friend.
Yeah, I thought it was really odd.
Wait, he's friends with my friends.
Congress and Facebook shuts down.
Yeah.
Hey, that's some really good timing. You're testifying. Facebook drops down. Wow, how that happened? Oh my God!
You see what you get when you fuck with me?
You giving me?
That's a South Park episode if I ever heard one.
I would shut the world down. Just
great.
watch me. Yeah.
Some men just like to watch them in bed.
Was that Michael Caine?
Michael
It
Caine.
was Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
No problem. No problem, master. You can borrow the rose whenever you want.
Well, gents,
You
I
little
apologize.
fucker.
I apologize, but I gotta head out. I got my kiddo in the morning. I gotta head to work, man.
No worries. It was an absolute pleasure having you, sir.
Thank you for having us, man.
Oh,
Yeah, I gotta
totally.
check out your guys' show.
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely. We appreciate it, man, and
we work well together too.
Yeah, we work pretty well together.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, hold on a minute.
Well, tell everybody about your show before you head on out, and we do have the links in the show notes.
Yeah, man. First of all, thank you so much for having us. We love doing this. It's really fun, and I don't think we get interviewed a lot, so we appreciate it.
No, we're normally the interviewees.
Yeah. Our show's name is the Rico Podcast on iHeartRadio. It's basically about me talking with some friends over some beers and some cigars sometimes. That's pretty much it, man. So I appreciate everybody coming.
Bring your own buds.
Bring your own buds.
I like it.
Awesome. Well, we'll let you go. Definitely thank you so much for joining us, and you guys are welcome back anytime.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Hello.
Those are good guys. I really enjoyed talking with them.
Yeah, totally.
That was some fun. We get to talk about anime. You guys never get to talk about anime.
Well, I mean,
over here like seething in my chair. I'm like, oh shit.
I wouldn't phrase it as get to talk about anime. We
I
just
would.
don't. Did Sony plug their PlayStation controllers at the end of Venom? Can you plug controllers into Venom?
Is that a Metal Gear Solid reference? I mean,
Metal Gear Solid, dude. I'm sorry. This is a bit of a tangent. I know we're talking about Spider-Man and stuff, but like you just said, Metal Gear Solid, and I've had Hideo Kojima on my fucking mind a lot lately, and I honest to God think that he is the basis for Neo's character in the Matrix Resurrections. I think he is going to be a character very much like the real life video game designer, and that it's going to have something to do with how the Matrix exists within the program that they're stuck in. I think they changed it into pop culture to make everyone believe that everything that happened before was just pretend.
Oh, so do you posit then that they're going to reinsert everybody in those pods?
Well, I mean, what do you mean reinsert everybody?
All right, so with the Matrix, right? Neo was freed from the Matrix. There was people that were freed from the Matrix and all that. They were removed. They were on the Nebuchadnezzar and all that, right? I think that was the one. And
Yep.
And then everything happened. But it was, kind of like that hard reset afterwards, where Neo and Trinity die, and the Matrix goes back, and they made the deal with the architect, like that.
Well, yes, I do think that it boils down to what the Oracle and Architect were talking about at the end of the third movie, which was choice. And I think you had a very red pill, blue pill scenario in that situation where there were people who were like, no, free us. They make the choice. Like, I don't want to be in this. And then there were other people who made the choice, and they're in there. And since they made the choice, they live their lives, and that's that. But I don't like. I watched the trailer an awful lot, Justin. I went frame by frame and through a lot of it. And I'm fairly certain that what we saw at the end of Revolution was not what we saw. It's like Magneto speaking to Senator Kelly in the first X-Men movie. Are you sure you saw what you think you saw? I don't think Neo and Trinity actually died at the end of Revolutions. There are some shots in the trailer that show the robots, actually like grabbing Neo, and he's naked now, and they look like they're working on him. Getting ready to put him into some kind of thing. So I think they were trying to fix him and then reinsert him as a measure of control. I think that maybe what we see Neo and Trinity in the trailer is actually a separate running program from what everybody else is hooked up to.
That would be a good story, so they're probably not going to do that.
Yeah, which and I said this weeks ago, shame on me, because it's the same fucking thing I did in 1999 to 2000, where I came up with a whole story, and then I went to see the movie, and none of it came true, and I was vastly disappointed. And not just because, like, oh, it wasn't my idea, but the stuff that they came up with just wasn't good. Like, wasn't as good as what I had. Like, not only like the hubris involved with like, oh, I'm so much. Not even that. The ideas that I got was based on things that they did. You know, I played Enter the Matrix and then saw Reloaded, and between those two things, when I get to the point where the Oracle in Reloaded says, all those rogue programs, you know, you've ever heard of aliens or werewolves or vampires, those are programs that they've served their purpose, and now they're still just here in the Matrix. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, I'm going to see these things in the Matrix. Yes. And then, like I said on the show a few weeks ago, what I got was two white dudes with dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of massive disappointment,
I know where you're going with this segue. Fire and blood.
Yes.
Think of massive disappointment that doesn't live up to anyone's expectations.
Dexter? Oh, sorry.
Oh, that too.
Geez. I'm rewatching Dexter, by the way, but no, I'm referring to
Stop after 3.
House of the Dragon trailer dropped for the next Game of Thrones.
Yep, I did not watch it because
me neither. I'm behind
Matt Smith, guys. Matt Smith. It looks good.
I mean, okay, sure. I mean, I wasn't that like. Yeah. Listen, I watched Game of Thrones, but I wasn't like super invested in it. Like, I enjoyed it, and I like a good story as much as the next guy, maybe more so. But when it got to the end, I just kind of turned to Dara, and I was just like, well, that went really off the rails, huh? I don't think that ended the way anybody wanted it to, including the ones that wrote it.
Britt killed the guy.
Yeah, exactly. Britt killed the guy. He may be wanted for murder, but that was it. Like, and I was just like, well, that portion of my life is over. No bigs. Click. And then I went to the internet, and boy, was my reaction one of the more even keeled ones, because there were people like literally ready to fucking just don stormtrooper gear. Like, Leo was leading the pack.
Well,
he's whipping everybody up into a froth on Reddit.
Well, no, I belong to the Freefolk community on Reddit, which is a community of they are not kneelers, and the
people behind the wall.
Yeah, people behind the wall. It's just a massive community that is still writhing in pain, and just various my brain is fried. Everybody's still totally pissed off.
They're still stuck on the fact that the show ended poorly.
Yeah, well, it's they keep the flame going, and
that's healthy, I'm sure.
Yeah, totally. It's just a reminder of
how your pain, like
exactly.
But there's better stuff out there every fucking day. Yeah. You know, you keep picking at that; it's never gonna heal.
There's better fantasy out there than the world of Westeros. Like, Westeros is interesting, but it's not as interesting as Narnia. I mean, the big difference is it's for adults. Yeah. We have something coming out very soon on Amazon that I think is going to eclipse this and be even better. Is it going to be as popular? I doubt it, because it doesn't have like the sex and the violence aspect. But when we have Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time, it is a way better story. It's way better written with more characters and depth and like all kinds of fun stuff and magic. Just like even like the Shannara Chronicles, like you can watch those on Netflix. That's a better world than Westeros. Westeros is a terrible place.
Yeah.
For crying out loud, even Apple TV is like getting into the game with Foundation by Isaac Asimov. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that looks good too.
Yeah.
And Witcher on Netflix.
Witcher's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually I walked into Witcher not knowing a damn thing about it, and I was like, all right, let's check this out. Let's see what everybody's on about now, because I was about a week late to that one.
Yeah.
Oh, great!
I am
Another
with you,
fucking
Sammy.
series we have to watch.
And you had me at Matt Smith. Well, sorry, Steve, but I watched The Witcher, and I right away I turned to Dad. I was like, oh, I get it. They're skipping through time. And she was like, what? I'm like, oh yeah, he doesn't age, or he ages incredibly slowly. So everything we're seeing, it's different points in time. Yeah. And she was like, you think? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fairly certain. And then we got to the end of it, and I was like, ha ha! I knew it.
Even if you play the video games, you didn't understand that going in. So that's kind of like a similar perspective to someone who even knew about it a little bit. I didn't read the book, but I played the video game. So Witcher 3 on PlayStation, something like that. So I'm like, all right, I have an idea what he is, and I know what he can do and stuff like that. And I know some of the characters, but yeah, the time thing was kind of crazy. And I'm like, where's Ciri? And where's Yennefer? And how did they make her back so crooked? And this is really good effects. So, and nobody talked about that one when it came time to effects. Maybe because that was right when COVID hit and stuff. But I mean, nobody talked about how spectacular those effects were.
Yeah. It was done very well.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed the show, and I'm not usually one for fantasy. It's not what I gravitate towards.
No, we know you're an anime guy. We
Oh yeah, nothing but anime all the time. Just anime nonstop for this guy.
See, it's so funny because Rico was talking about not being a Star Trek guy and stuff, and I was just thinking, I'm I'm a fantasy nerd, I'm a Star Trek nerd, and stuff like that. But I'm not really a horror nerd. Like most of the Dorkening is you guys are all about horror. I'm I watch them, but it's not my jam.
Whereabouts in that conversation the past hour did he talk about not being a Star Trek guy? Because I must have missed
You mentioned it real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
There were parts where I got cut off in conversation.
Oh yeah, we all did.
I can hear you now though. You were farther away from the mic or something.
Yeah, you're
right here.
Yeah. Now. Yeah.
Fuck you, Justin. I was here the whole time. You could see me.
No, more fucky Leo. I'm right here.
Justin, same thing. Big in Star Trek. I love fantasy. I'm not, as in depth into it as you are, but I thoroughly enjoy it. And horror, I could do without. I'll watch it from time to time. And there's certain things, but give me Star Wars, give me Star Trek. Star Trek friggin' Discovery rules.
For the record, I don't know if you guys have seen this already. Speaking of Star Trek, William Shatner is going up into space, and Jeff Bezos' penis rocket. And we made a little joke about this on our podcast this week. Can you imagine if he croaks in the rocket while it's up in orbit, and they eject him out into space on the tip of the rocket, Star Trek II style, and they shoot him around the Earth, Star Trek II style. And then you see the glare of the sun, and you have the bagpipes playing. Just imagine that.
I can imagine it. I don't think that they would do that if he died on the ship. I do think it would be a fucking nightmare for them. Because then they'd have to be like, we killed William Shatner. What'd you do with the body? Oh, we left it in space. That would not fly with anyone.
A perfect send-off for Captain Kirk.
They should slingshot around the sun and go back in time and save him. A la Star Trek 4.
Wow.
Wow. Hey, by the way, Sheba's up.
And that was our last litter.
Sheba, yep.
Sheba's up to 30.
Yeah, I also bought some Sheba. That's what I was going to say earlier. I didn't spend a lot, but I've been very impressed with what I did spend and how much I have now. I will say that.
I sold all my Doge and bought Sheba.
Well, good on you, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen quite a high percentage of profit on this so far, and I'm digging the trend.
I'm just saying, if it hits a penny, I'm golden.
Oh, really? Well, if it hits a penny for me, yeah.
Is this Robin Hood or is this something else?
What's that?
Is this Robin Hood, Webull? What is
Oh,
it?
I am buying it on Coinbase.
That's what I used to is Coinbase.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Yeah, if you're gonna buy some, I can send you a link.
Please.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you sent that link in. I tried to use it, but it's like, hey, you already have an account, dickhead. I'm like, okay, well, whatever.
Somebody used it because I got like $5 worth of Bitcoin. So.
Oh, then maybe it was me.
Maybe
I did click on it, and that's when I went and bought some shit. So.
I'm glad to hear you bought Bitcoin early, though. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, man! Like, not only did I buy it early, but I forgot about it. So when I was like, "Oh, let me check out this Shiba thing," I got Coinbase, you know, and I was like, "Oh my, how do I have money on this thing?" I was like, "Oh, that's from that little bit of money I spent, and that's what the money I have now. Well, it will stay there." Like,
do you have an entire Bitcoin?
No.
Okay.
I do not have an entire Bitcoin.
Okay.
That would be lovely.
Yes.
No.
I would say definitely hold on to it because Bitcoin is going to go even higher.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Just went up. Sorry, guys. I've been doing that an awful lot in the past day. It may become a problem.
Yeah. Shiba, I'm just going to hold on to it for probably like a year. You know, it's probably going to take a year or two before it, hits a penny.
Yeah.
Do you guys do GameStop or like AMC theaters or anything like that?
No, but I hear that went crazy.
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah. GameStop's still super high.
Good. I just love the whole notion behind that these people are betting against it on Wall Street, and that like normal people like us are saying, no, you're not closing another thing that I love. Yep. You're not going to repeat Toys R Us. We need a place.
Shorting the stocks. It's fucking bullshit.
It should be illegal. Seriously.
Yep.
Well, unfortunately, man, the invisible hand, you're never going to fucking have anything done to regulate that. Not in this fucking boldly capitalist society.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is crypto is going to make it so that, a lot more people that, aren't well off can make it big.
Buy crypto, suckers!
I know, Steve, you had mentioned something before about Rocky. Did you guys check out that Rocky versus Drago director's cut that's coming out?
I saw something about it. What's the deal with that?
So Stallone has been teasing for months about an ultimate director's cut of Rocky 4. And last week, I think it was Friday, whatever, he revealed the trailer. Everyone is talking about it, and basically it's 40 minutes of extra footage, a more graphic you see like snippets of the extra footage, not all 40 minutes, but you see a more brutal version of Apollo Creed's death.
Oh, yeah.
Drago speaking after killing Apollo Creed. He says, Drago, Drago, Drago. There's more like a sympathetic Rocky at Apollo Creed's funeral. Because I guess in Apollo's funeral, he just laid the belt on the coffin, and that was it. So,
hey, you left this in my house.
There's
but we know what happened at the end of Rocky 3 now because of Creed and Creed 2. So we know what happened.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to watch Creed and Creed 2.
There's an
I haven't seen 2, but Creed is excellent, man.
Yeah, don't watch 2 then.
The fight sequence is extended because they splice in like black and white images of Apollo giving Rocky motivation, then the trainer giving him motivation, and then Burgess Meredith giving him motivation. So you get to see.
You may fight great, but I'm a great fighter.
He's like, yeah, just put in some grumpy old men in there,
No, it's just
looks like Chuck's taking a long boat.
Gotta eat lightning and crap thunder.
Yes. Dueling Burgess.
I think people are getting excited for it, and as long as with 40 extra minutes, the soundtrack was so tight with the runtime original, they're gonna have to add like an extra song or two to the already awesome soundtrack it is.
Just play the extended Survivor song. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just play Hearts on Fire for every scene.
Oh my God.
Some people are probably going to be if in Stallone, he's been on multiple interviews saying, "Oh, I want to get rid of the robot." He might get rid of the robot.
Oh,
I mean, that would be nice, but
wow.
You know, there's gonna be a lot of pissed off people out there. Like, what the fuck, man? There I was watching my new extended cut, and there was no happy birthday, Polly. That's the only reason I even wanted to watch it.
And what they're not telling you, the extra 40 minutes is all montage.
It's all him trudging through the snow with a log on his shoulders.
I love that part. Are you kidding me? Like him
That's
in
Hearts on
Russia
Fire,
training.
man.
That to me was the whole difference between, like, if you ever get to see Creed 2, like, I compare Creed 2 to Rocky 4 for obvious reasons when you see Creed 2, and I'm like, Rocky busted his balls in Rocky 4. I'm like, you didn't see him pulling wagons and shit. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a good movie, man. I really like, that's one of those movies that really gets like the fire up. You're like, yeah, fucking Rocky.
I wonder if they'll try to sneak in any actual like Bill Conti music, because that's the only Rocky movie that he didn't score.
Apparently, no, Vince DiCola that did the score for that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Bill Conti, he did every other Rocky movie but that one. I wonder if they'd try to sneak in some stuff from one of the earlier movies. You know, just
probably.
Oh, undoubtedly.
Yeah. Look, we finally got Bill Conti's music in here, gang.
But the thing of it is, it's a one-night only thing in theaters. I think November 11th, and then it goes everywhere else, streaming, digital, November 12th.
You know, real quick, I actually saw Rocky Balboa. I went to see Rocky Balboa in the movie theater when it came out, and I was watching. It was great. I was enjoying the hell out of it. And it gets to the scene where Milo Ventimiglia as Robert is like leaving the restaurant. You know, Rocky chases him. Hey, kid, what are you doing? You're my kid. I want you to come spend some time. And he's like, no, Dad. And, you know, he had just had a drink. He walked outside. Well, all of a sudden, the movie just goes, and it kind of like gets all weird and freaky. I was like, yo, did someone spike Robert's drink? What is happening? And it turns out the fucking film burnt and split.
Oh no!
And yeah, we ended up all having to leave. We got tickets to come back and see another showing at another time. But
what do you mean? Did the hard drive fail? What was that?
Yeah, I know, right? Well, this was just before everything made the shift to digital.
That happened to me watching Species 2 at the drive-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed us the end of the movie and then the beginning of the movie, and we're like, we were fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't ruin the experience.
Yeah, like it was Species. What did you expect?
Oh no, you ruined Species. Did the audience and the people playing it ruin it? Or was
it played with Godzilla guys, so we got to see Godzilla.
Matthew Broderick's Godzilla?
Yes, it did.
Marvelous.
Two classics in green. Yeah.
Yep, classic is certainly.
And the 90s were fun, weren't they?
Oh, yeah.
They certainly were something. They were.
Yeah.
The 90s were a gang.
I tell you though, I was thinking about going to that Rocky special events there. We were able to catch the Coraline one. I missed out on Labyrinth, but I've seen a couple. Like I saw the Superman, the animated Reign of the Supermen and the Return of Superman. I saw that where they did both of the movies on the big screen together. That was really cool. Yeah. A lot of those events, like when you get to see stuff on a big screen, it's just a different world.
Yeah, it was really cool doing. I did that for Ghostbusters one year.
Oh yeah.
I did it for Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Superman the movie. That was really cool.
Oh wow.
They played some Fleischer cartoons.
That's what I did
right before it. Yeah.
What's this for?
Hot cocoa.
I'm sorry.
What the hell is this? Oh, sorry guys. Let me mute my mic. The fuck are you giving me?
Yeah, I think the first movie that I saw after they opened up the movie theaters was a presentation of Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, very cool.
I'm sorry. My wife brought me Twizzlers. She wrote I love you on it.
Oh, she's the best.
She is.
He was like, yeah, I guess she's pretty good. I mean, it would have been better if they were red vines, but Twizzler's great.
Red vines? Fuck red vines.
No,
Yeah, red vines.
No, I don't like red vines. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, I know. So I'm sorry. I heard Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, I saw that. That was the first film that I saw after they opened up everything for COVID. So the last movie I saw was Bloodshot, literally the day that they closed everything. And then fast forward a couple months, and they're doing those Fathom events and all that. And AMC Theaters was playing like Jurassic Park and Ghostbusters and Back to the Future. And I got to see Empire Strikes Back on the big screen.
Very cool.
Which predates my existence, so I wasn't able to see it the first time around.
Very nice. Yeah. Yes, it's worthwhile. I think I happened to see Empire when they did the special editions, so
yeah,
that was fun.
I so wanted to see Empire when it came out originally. I remember seeing the trailer, seeing the creature come out and chomp the Millennium Falcon.
The saga continues.
Oh yeah, apparently I think my parents thought I was too young to go see it.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
You're like, but I have all the action figures, Mommy, Daddy.
Yeah, right.
You bought them for me at Kmart and Bradley's.
Actually, were they wrong? I mean, there was like a bit of incest in that one, little incestuous kiss.
We talking about Game of Thrones again?
Oh shit! So anyway, there's other stuff that's come out recently.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm probably the only one here. I'm the outlier in this group. But anybody here been checking out Stargirl on CW?
I saw the first couple episodes. I enjoyed it. I need to continue watching it.
It's actually maintained a high level of quality. It's been consistent throughout the season, shifting from DC Universe, which was the precursor to all of the DC media being on HBO Max. And myself included, a lot of people were very concerned about the show moving to the CW because it's the CW.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, it's been really good this season. They named the season Summer School, and each episode is just a chapter 1, chapter 2. I like the fact that there's no titles to give away what might happen in the episode. I dig it. The big bad of this season is, as promised at the end of the first season, Eclipso, and they do a pretty comic accurate Eclipso. I was a little worried at first because they found the purple gem, and people start getting like a little bit of a CGI shade over one side of their face when Eclipso's like exerting his influence. But sure enough, by like the couple episodes in, he becomes Manifest, and they went full blown like he is Eclipso, the half dark face, and looks like a fucking demented elf. It's impressive, man. I just if you're not watching it, I recommend it. They've been showing a lot of stuff from like JSA within it. They recently had Alan Scott, Green Lantern's daughter Jenny, show up, who is clearly going to be Jade on the team. And just this past week, John Wesley Shipp showed up as the Flash for the JSA.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Ethan Embry also plays Johnny Thunder.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's got like a blonde wig for it, but he wears the green suit with the bow tie and everything. It's
I don't know
cool,
about you guys, but I can't hardly wait.
Oh, that's a movie he was in, guys.
So season 2's going on right now?
Yeah, season 2 is going on. I think it was like episode 6 or 7 or something like that.
Okay. I just checked HBO, and they just have season 1.
Yeah. They probably won't put this season on until
they've got their own app, don't they?
The
CW?
Yeah, the CW.
Yeah,
CW and stuff like that. Yeah. So you can check it out there for sure. I also have Hulu, so I can catch up on a lot of that stuff easily.
Oh, it's on Hulu. Okay.
Yeah. If you have Hulu, just search Stargirl, and they'll have the whole kit and caboodle there.
Hulu Live or just Hulu?
Just Hulu.
Just Hulu, yeah. I mean,
okay,
that's where I've been watching my Why the Last Man.
Oh, dude, so good. You were right, Justin. Like, it's so good. They've updated it so well for the time too. I honestly have
everything is so organic. It's And I mean, this came out, what, 13 years ago was when the book came out?
But the updates that they've made to reflect society still have just like, it's perfect.
It's so Brian K. Vaughan. And
I'm going to have to check it out. I've been hearing good things about it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Steve, I read the comic, and I'm assuming Justin did too.
Yeah.
And I actually had Dara read it a couple years ago before the show was a thing. And she loved it as well. So we're both watching the show and like kind of contrasting and comparing to what we're seeing from what we know.
The casting is spot on.
Yeah, I will say, aside from everything that's going on, and I do like that they've included a lot of transgender men in this show, because they didn't play with that a lot in the comic book, and I don't think it was because of a fear of it or anything. It's just because there was a lack of awareness even on the creators' part, and clearly they've made measures to truly reflect how that would occur in society if this all went down, that every Y chromosome kicked out. But they're doing a lot more with the political end, where the mother, Jennifer Brown, that's the main character's mom, she is a member of the cabinet, and because so many people die, she is bumped all the way up to President of the United States. And that character is played by Diane Lane. And they've made some characters up for this particular arena within the show, where they're showing like the West Wing aspect. And of course, everything's in like chaos and disarray because the world doesn't know what the fuck to do. Diane Lane is the only thing that is preventing the political atmosphere stuff going on from devolving into just like a fucking bitchy older version of Mean Girls. And
that is accurate. Yes.
And that's not a good thing, because they have some really talented people there. Amber Tamblyn plays a character who, like, good for her on taking it, because you absolutely despise her the second she's on screen. And she's the worst kind of villain. She's the one that, like, we've all encountered in real life, where they're so nice to everyone and you just know that there's something about them you don't fucking like, and you try to tell people and they're just like, oh, but they're such a good person, but they're so great, they're so nice, and you can't explain why they're a fucking piece of shit. That's her. And between her and one of the other characters that shows back up, you know, it just becomes this like whenever they're on screen, it's this backbiting real bitch fest. And Diane Lane just fucking pulls everything right back to center. And it's great because, like I said, the strength of her acting skill and just her character, it shines through. But everything else, the writing of all that needs to step up, because it's going to get really cloying really fucking quick. But otherwise, the rest of the show, all the different things that are being covered, the different areas and different characters, fucking superb.
You got to tell them what the title of the newest episode was.
Weird Al is dead.
Ha! Wow.
Think about it. All the men died.
He posted that on his Twitter. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know this."
It was a really good episode too. I mean, they made very good use of a particular song by Radiohead in it. I mean,
nice.
It's great. And Missy Pyle is
featuring
as a character, and Missy Pyle is great in everything.
You are our last hope.
She is. I love Missy Pyle in whatever I see her in, but she is like the queen of weird lighting, because quite frankly, like in whatever she's in, she could either be one of the most beautiful women you've ever seen or one of the weirdest looking women you've ever seen. And I will say, for Why the Last Man, it is most definitely the latter.
There's some weird shit going on, guys. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but an interesting shift from the comic book. Like, they took the thing from the comic and adapted it very well for this show with her character.
Agreed.
I'm not going to say anything more because
without giving spoilers.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's worth a watch, and
everyone,
I don't want to oversell it, but it's worth a watch.
Yeah, you should check it out for real. Like, I was hesitant, not against anything Justin said about me needing to check it out. It was just I love the story so much that I had formulated my own ideas, and when push came to shove, I sat down, and within the first 10 minutes I relaxed, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna let them tell their story. And one of my first gripes, which I don't have many about this show at all, but it was a very superficial gripe. I was like, why do they have Yorick's hair so long at the start of the show? Only because he's supposed to become a little bit more unkempt as the story goes on. And that's when I realized it made perfect sense for him to have long hair at the beginning of the show because of, and this means nothing to anyone who hasn't read the story or seen the show so far, the gas mask. Having the long hair makes sense for him wearing the gas mask. That's all I'll say. And once I realized that, I just shut the fuck up. I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to let these guys do their thing. And I have not been disappointed.
And if you guys ever read the story, it's one of those things where the protagonist is your least favorite character throughout the entire story. And it's one of those things that kind of surprised me.
I think for me, it's a tie between him and Dr. Man. Like,
yeah, she's a piece of crap.
She is she is a piece of work indeed, man.
I mean, I find myself rooting for the tertiary characters that would show up in this story. And I mean, there's 10 volumes of the graphic novel. You can try to collect all, was it 50 issues or 75?
I think it was 50 or 60.
It was 50 issues of Why the Last Man comic, but they kind of fell under most radar, so most people picked it up and have been ingesting it either digitally or with like the I did it with all the trade paperbacks.
Me too.
I have like 1 through 10, and I
got the books.
It's such a great story. And Brian K. Vaughan, I mean, he's done stuff like Lost. He was a writer on Lost. You know, I think Jeff Loeb had given him like some stuff to do on Heroes back when Heroes was good. You know, he's got great chops. Yeah, that period in time before season 3. So,
hey, real quick, I know Steven, you got to go. We should wrap things up here shortly as well.
Sure.
But we'll let you drop real quick. Where can people find you?
Just follow Super Rich with Throwback Reviews on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Leo put my store on the show notes. Check it out. There's CSI Vegas Files merch, Super Rich with Throwback Reviews merch. Use the promo code RETRO and you can get 10% off your order until Halloween. And check out both our shows on the Dorkening Podcast Network and Hellfire Radio, which is part of Dorkening Podcast Network. Super Retro Throwback Reviews, the Files, CSI The Vegas Files. Patreon.com/Super Retro Podcast. Become a backer now. Lots of incentives. And I'm here every Wednesday. And I will see you all next week.
Sounds good. Have a good one, Steve.
Have a good one, Steve.
All right. Hey guys, I actually listen to his show. It's a pretty good friggin' show, I gotta say.
They're good.
Yeah,
they know their shit.
I mean, seriously, he's so organized and all that. But if people haven't like check it out, the Super Retro Throwback Reviews and all that, like it's a really good show.
Yeah, they
I need to up my damn game. In other words,
they cover a lot of like good classic stuff too. I mean, they get really into it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, check out Super Retro Throwback if you haven't, guys.
And totally agrees. You know, the way how organized Steven is, it definitely makes us feel like, you know, like I feel like I'm dropping a ball. So
yeah, I just sometimes I'm like, wow, I am terrible.
Oh, you guys feel like you're terrible. What the fuck? How should I feel? Holy hell!
I don't know. Well, at least you have him on the show. It's just like, ugh. Did you guys notice I couldn't look him in the eye? No,
oh my god. So real quick before we get wrapped up here, there was just one other piece, and I asked you earlier, Leo, because I don't have the magic touch you do with certain things. There was some leaks from Black Adam.
Oh yes, I did not have a chance to know.
That's okay. From what I understand, though, anybody, if you feel like doing a search, we're not going to show them here because that would not be a great idea for the show. But apparently there was some leaks of Black Adam movie artwork for the costume and as well as Hawkman. Like it showed the full-on design.
Oh yes, that.
Oh
yeah.
damn.
Yeah, and by the time like it had just been like popping up on like different news areas and what have you, and just in the brief amount of time between when I got a notification and clicked on it, it had already been fucking pulled off of Twitter. So I was like, somebody got those, and I don't know where to turn to except Leo at this point.
Yeah, I did see the image, and yeah, somebody. Yeah, you can see. Let's see.
I still love the Hawkman that they did on Smallville. Remember when they did that with Michael Shanks?
Michael Shanks.
That was a kick. That was just like a kick-ass version.
Tell you, Michael Shanks, like, you know, obviously for nerds like us, you know, we see him and we think, oh, Stargate SG-1.
Exactly. Such a different version of him.
Oh, absolutely. It was great. Oh, look at this. I really do like the improvement to Shazam's costume.
Yeah, his costumes looks awesome.
Yeah, great. But I loved SG-1, but I always referred to it as the poor man's Fantastic Four.
Yeah, like Challengers of the Unknown, that kind of.
I mean,
yeah,
two sides of the same coin, all Kirby, right? Like, oh, instead of blue suits, we'll have them wear purple suits. Brilliant, print it. You did it again, King.
Oh, you spilled a little cigar on the. Oh well, never mind. We'll just run it. They're Kirby dots. Yeah, they're Kirby dots.
Yeah, that's the ticket. See, yeah.
It's Silver Surfer. He's smoking a cigar.
He's supposed to be gray. Get off my fucking back.
He's supposed
what's going on? You got ash all over this character. I thought he was supposed to be the fucking blue surfer. I changed his name. He's the Silver Surfer now. Why? Well, you just said there's cigar ash on him. I'm not drawing that shit again. Print it. I like the idea of an ambivalent, apathetic Jack the King Kirby.
Yeah.
Like the antithesis of like the excitable personality and persona that Stan Lee put forth to the public. Hey there, true believer. Jack the King Kirby in the background. Oh, shut the fuck up.
Is this what you were talking about?
It might be. I don't know.
Okay.
But neat. Those are definitely prototypes for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, well, I mean, they might be. I mean, they're on hangers, so.
That's true. I mean,
it's like probably like various versions of like battle damage that they'll have him in or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be good stuff. You know.
Yeah. I mean, we have DC fandom coming soon, so I'm sure we'll see a lot.
Actually,
more
at the end of next week, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or no, isn't it the 11th?
Is it Monday? No.
I keep confusing that because I'm really looking forward to the Muppets Haunted Mansion on Disney Plus. So that's like what I'm judging everything by as a barometer.
Yeah, well, I mean, by the time they start putting more Muppet stuff up on Disney Plus as it is, I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't make use of that property when you own it. Like,
well, if you've been to Hollywood Studios, you would ask the exact same question. You're like, wow, they literally built everything around this and left like just the Muppet Theater. What the hell? You know?
I guess it's not time to play the music or light the lights.
It's so not.
DC Fandom is in 9 days, 14 hours, and 23 minutes.
So the 15th?
See, I covered this with another podcast last year when they were doing this, and we were talking about Fandom right after they did all of these huge layoffs where they laid off like 70% of like DC and all that. So, I mean, obviously they've recovered from that. I don't know if they're hiring or whatever they did, but I mean, it was just such a different scene last year with DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we're going to see some good stuff come out of this. I like the idea that the studios and what have you are kind of, you know, taking the bull by the horns and doing their own event kind of stuff. I think the writing was on the wall for that even before COVID hit, when, you know, like Marvel was like, hey, no, we're not gonna release a bunch of shit at Comic-Con this year. We're not gonna do it. I mean, which everybody knew, like, oh, it's probably gonna be a D23 thing from now on. You know, it's just going to be doing the Disney Expo, and that's where they'll release stuff for the properties and projects they're doing. And of course, Warner Brothers, with all the big superhero stuff that they've got lined up and trying to do, why would they be the only ones that continue to show up? Like, nah, do their own thing too. They can drive the people that want to see that stuff specifically, and especially for someone like myself. Like, I've never been to San Diego Comic-Con. I've wanted to go for years, even before all these movies started making it a hugely and insanely popular scene to go to. And because of that, like, it made going there, you know, somewhat daunting. And the reason I would want to go is to see a lot of this movie stuff. And now I have the chance to like partake of some of those things without going all the way across an entire continent.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's a smart move to just be as inclusive as possible.
Yeah.
I love it. And I mean, last year it was like a repeat. I think it was like a revolving 6 hours or 9 hours of content where you could watch it. And then if you missed it, you could catch it again.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is you could subscribe and pick and choose what you want to watch in the feed, which I thought was so innovative because I'm like, all right, cool. I want to see what's going on with this Batman Knights of Gotham game, but I don't really want to see what's going on with Stargirl. I don't know. I just threw something out there.
Yeah,
And it's like, okay, cool. Like I can see, oh, good, they're talking about Sandman, fantastic. But I don't really want to know what's going on with Black Adam. But you can do those sort of things with this, and it's really good for the people who are interested with short attention spans.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some of the stuff that we saw around that time last year too. I mean, what's his name, Francis Lawrence and Keanu Reeves talking about Constantine and shit, like that was crazy. And also just the idea that they were like, oh, you know, there's some stuff like, you know, that we might be doing. It's like involving the movie Constantine that you did. I don't care about what anybody else says. I love that fucking movie. I'm well versed in comic books. I understand the difference between Hellblazer and the movie Constantine. That being said, I still enjoyed the hell out of that movie. I saw it in theaters, and that flick was definitely, you know, I'm not trying to like be a dick about it, but fanboys definitely directed people away from that movie. This was at a point in time where people listened to the fanboys a lot more when it came to comic book properties being translated to the screen, and everyone that had anything bad to say about it were the loudest and most vocal. And when I saw it in theaters, like right when it came out, so the hype was actually still like up there for it. By the time I got to the end of it, I was like, this movie should be Blade for the rest of the DC movies. Like, it should be doing for those movies what Blade did for all the Marvel stuff. And it really should have, and it is good enough, but because it differentiated from what the comic book fans expected and liked, they tore it apart and, you know, it crapped out. But consistently, it's on people's, like, you know, 20 movies that you need to see lists and shit like that.
I love Constantine.
I love that.
It was so popular back when I worked at Blockbuster. Like, it was incredibly popular.
Yeah. But like, it's considered a fucking bomb. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, everyone did such a good. Peter Stormare is one of the best Lucifers I've ever seen in that movie, and his screen time is like fucking minimal.
I saw him throw a guy in a wood chipper. oh wait, wrong movie. Wrong.
He's amazing in that flick. You know, John. You know, he's fucking great.
And then he comes back and works with Keanu Reeves again in John Wick 2. Yeah.
Which was like one of the most significant bummers of my lifetime when I was watching John Wick 2, because I was like, oh my fucking god, yes. Now he's gonna go after the brother, and the brother's played by Peter Stormare. I'm in.
Pencil.
I'm here for it. And then like he was done and he moved on to something completely different. And I was like, but you guys brought Peter Stormare in.
Lucifer, the Volkswagen guy.
Volkswagen. Yeah.
That's why I bought a Volkswagen.
Because of Peter Stormare?
Yeah, of course. Remember the catapult?
Yeah, I do. I most certainly do.
That's a deep cut right there.
Yeah, it is. Holy shit.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, we should wrap things up. And also, we didn't mention, and we'll talk about it next week because I'll have a chance to play it. The new Metroid is coming out this week.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're going back to side scrollers.
Oh, my interest is peaked.
Yeah.
Pequid?
So comes out Friday.
Pequod? Oh.
Friday. All right, that's soon.
Yeah.
Is that on Nintendo only then?
Yes, Nintendo Switch.
Okay, cool. I'll look out for that.
Yeah, totally. So, Justin, where do you like people interacting with you?
You can check me out on Facebook with Justin Cooper, or you can find me on various other social media that I can never remember. But you can check out Geek Life HQ on Facebook while Facebook is still available. So until then, you know, Epic Tales from the Sewers is my Ninja Turtles podcast. You can check that out as well.
Awesome. Powerful, Brandon.
I love doing this in the episodes of shows that I'm on with Justin. Your Instagram name is J Booster Gold. Anyone out there, Justin Cooper's Instagram, if you'd like to follow him, is J.
I actually tagged you on Instagram today too. So
you tagged me, and I was like, he's not gonna fucking remember this later.
Not at all.
Guarantee it.
Not at all, dude.
So anyway, that's Justin on Instagram. If you'd like to follow me, Brandon Powers, you can follow me on Twitter at Brandon's Powers, on Instagram at this Brandon Has Powers. And on Facebook, if you'd like to come on over and join the Powers Combined Facebook group, it's a lot of fun. We're just a group of dorks and geeks. We like to get together, trade info, memes, have lots of fun and laughs. And the number one rule there is don't be a jerk. If you violate that, you will be given the boot immediately. And otherwise, you can find me here on Wednesdays with Leo and Steve and anybody else who happens to, just show up that day, Justin. And also, we're doing bi-weekly podcasts. Me, Justin, and Leo are doing the Dork Night podcast, which covers various Batman stories through different media, comics, cartoons, movies, what have you, just over the course of time. And we are also doing Comics Paradox, which covers alternate reality comic book tales, what ifs, elseworlds, things of that ilk. So, keep your eyes peeled for that, and hope to see you around.
Yeah. And for me, just Google Leo Pine. You find a bunch of stuff. Could be true, could be not. But more importantly, I run the Dorkening Podcast Network. About 40 shows on the network. A lot of awesome people doing a lot of awesome stuff. So check out everybody there. Check out these guys here because they rock. All the information's in the show notes. And with that, we'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Later.